Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, right there you're looking at U.S. Secretary of State John F. Kerry as he's meeting with Saudi Arabia's King Abdullah in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is furious this morning. You think Benjamin Netanyahu's upset as America just run right over top of Israel in putting together this superpower deal with Iran, with Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, screaming, bad deal, bad deal, bad deal, and that this is a historic mistake. The Saudi Arabians are upset also and are saying they were lied to because they were not included in the inward discussions of what was going on. With Iran being allowed to go ahead and enrich uranium, this puts at risk not only Israel, who, of course, the Iranian supreme leader, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has said Israel just 8 hours before the deal was signed. Listen to me when I tell you this. 8 hours before America, Russia, China, United Kingdom, France, and Germany signed a 6-nation superpower deal with Iran. They allowed Iran to allowed Iran to enrich uranium to have nuclear power. Up until yesterday, they weren't even allowed to do that. They're not allowed to do it. And more sanctions was being considered by the U.S. Congress. But the Obama administration had been secretly meeting with Iran since March. You heard me right, since March of the year 2013, this year. They didn't tell anybody they were doing it. They finally told Benjamin Netanyahu in September they were, and then left Benjamin Netanyahu completely out of the discussion whether or not he agreed with the deal or not. They just blew it past him. Well, they also did the same thing to these guys, to King Abdullah. Let me tell you what the article is saying here. I want to thank Penny of Virginia for this report. That's been just came out this morning in the Telegraph there in the United Kingdom. But the Iranian nuclear deal, Saudi Arabia warns it will strike out on its own. Saudi Arabia claims that they were kept in the dark by the Western allies over Iran's nuclear deal and says it will strike out on its own. A senior advisor to the Saudi royal family has accused its Western allies of deceiving the oil-rich kingdom in striking their nuclear agreement with Iran, and that Saudi Arabia would follow with an independent foreign policy from now on. Nauf Abad told a think tank meeting in London that Saudi Arabia was determined to pursue its own foreign policy goals, having in the past been reactive to events. The leading Sunni Muslim nation was determined to be proactive in the future. Mr. Abad said that while Saudi Arabia knew that the United States was talking directly to Iran through a channel in the Gulf state of Oman, Washington had not directly briefed them. Quote, "We were lied to. Things were hidden from us. The problem is not with the deal struck in Geneva, but how it was done." In a statement, the Saudi Arabian government gave a cautious welcome to the Geneva nuclear deal. It said good intentions could lead to a comprehensive agreement on Iran's atomic program. Quote, "This agreement could be a first step toward a comprehensive solution for Iran's nuclear program if there are good intentions," according to the Saudi Arabian government. But it warned that a comprehensive solution should lead to the removal of all weapons of mass destruction, especially nuclear weapons, from the Middle East and the Gulf states. Now, a fellow of Harvard University, Belfer Century, and advisor to Prince Mohammed, the Saudi ambassador to London, Mr. Abdul said Saudi Arabia would continue to resist Iranian involvement in the Syrian civil war. In particular, he pointed to the Iranian Revolutionary Guard's involvement in battles in Syria on behalf of the regime. So, Saudi Arabia, upset. They were not included in the discussions. And you have to understand, here's why they're upset about it. Because Saudi Arabia, the kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and King Abdullah sitting there on the right, the reason is they are a Sunni Muslim nation, where Iran is a radical Shiite Muslim nation. And Shiites hate the Sunnis. They hate the Jews. They hate the Christians. They hate women. They hate little girls and children. I really don't know who in the world they like, to be quite honest with you. Give your life to Jesus Christ. The Bible said in the last days that there would be wars and rumors of wars, and nations would rise against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms. And right there you see the kingdom of Saudi Arabia.